Mad Party's back in the news for Vivid Voltage. Welcome back everyone to more from the Sableyes. I'm Mitch and today we're going to take a look at Mad Party. This deck has recently come to the forefront of the competitive scene. It did really well in a recent Hegster tournament, I believe. I think it was the one that was yesterday. There was also one in Top 8 a couple of days ago as well. We're going to take a look at those lists today. I'm going to be playing some games with some of them, and we'll see how this deck holds up in the new Vivid Voltage format. Before we do that though, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. And we can like the video whilst you're down there as well. That would be great. Just an FYI as well, over summer, because it's summer in Australia, it's winter everywhere else in the world that plays Pokemon, apart from South America obviously, and South Africa. I think South Africa plays Pokemon. Regardless, North America and Europe are in winter. Australia's in summer. So for the summer, we might see a bit of a slowdown in content, obviously over Christmas and things like that. I'm thinking of cutting back to maybe one video every 2 days for a little bit. So if you're in support of that, obviously you want to see more content. But if you're happy for me to do that, just leave a like and let me know. Because if everyone's happy for me to do it, then that's what I'll do, and I'll be happy doing it. And if no one likes that particular idea, then I'll keep doing it anyway, and I'll just be sad. So that's, whatever. Let's jump into PTCGO. I've rambled for way too long already. Here is our Mad Party list that we're going to be taking a look at today. This one comes from the Azul GG November sub-tournament, and this one I believe was from Galarian, which is a sick name, by the way. Very impressive. I'll show off here what I'll do. I'll give you a... Here we go. This is what PTCGO looks like for me. This is the one that did well in Hegster, right? So this one's a little bit more streamlined. It's got 4 copies of lots of the important cards. It plays Pokeball, which is really cool. It's obviously got EMAG Radar as well to try and find its huge amounts of the Dedenne, but it's all about consistency. The other one, the one that's in the right deck box, looks a little bit like this. It's got slightly less consistency, but it also has things like Roxy, which is incredibly powerful, and it plays the Dreamy Revelation Jirachi as well, which is a really cool inclusion for a Mad Party deck. So this one I think really good. It's got some extra Gust in Great Catcher and Phione, which we like to see. We like to see Reset Stamp as well. But obviously we're going to be able to get attacks off with our Polteageist or our Bunnelby using Mad Party. We need to discard a ton of Mad Party Pokemon and deal 20 damage for every one of those Pokemon that are in the discard pile. Bunnelby will attack with Twin Energy, and Polteageist can attack with both Twin and Triple Acceleration. We've got 4 copies of Twin and 4 copies of TAC, or TAE as well. But yeah, this Polteageist is where the engine room of the deck is. T-Break is really strong. I really like this concept. I really like this archetype. I think it's got a real solid potential output in the new Sword and Shield Onward format coming next year. But for the moment, it's just kind of popping up because lots of people are playing Pikarom again. Mad Party seems to have a good matchup against that deck. What I'll do is I'll jump over onto the ladder. We'll try and move past whatever this weird intro section is, and we'll play a couple of games with it and see if we can't get some wins. Alrighty, here we go. We've got a decent start here. We're going second. We've got a Sinistea in the active. We've got a bunch of potential a bunch of potential Pokemon search cards, but only one out to draw here. So we want a Great Ball into a Dedenne, or obviously top deck into a Research. And we are up against that deck that I mentioned in the early part of the video. The reason that Mad Party has come back is because Pikarom is one of the top decks in the format right now, and it can very easily deal with it. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Evo Incense here to grab a couple of Mr. Rimes out of the deck. Normally, I would play Great Ball first, but we are looking for a specific Pokemon here. We are looking for Dedenne. Dedenne is our only out to a good hand here. So I might just play down this Chaotic Swell. Hopefully we get one, otherwise I need to start the video again. We've got a Jirachi, so I guess it's fine. It's not good though. What we could do is we could Great Catcher up this Raichu and hope for the best. But this feels like a potential scrap the game and start another one. This is not a good... If we can win this game from here, I think it shows just how good this matchup is for Mad Party. We do at least have the option, if the Sinistea survives, to play down Polteageist next turn and get rid of the Mr. Rime to draw a couple of extra cards. So it's not like the game is completely over, but it is going to be rough. They'll either knock out the Sinistea, and then we can Jirachi, or they will not, and we will get a couple of extra cards from Mr. Rime. Either way, we will get a couple of... we'll get to look at 3 cards here. We'll get the top deck, and then 2 extras. We just need to find a draw supporter. And I'm actually not even feeling too bad. If we find a draw supporter, I feel like we can still go on to win this game. Now, what does our opponent need to do to get an attack off here? They're going to need to find Tapu Koko. That's obviously going to be a big deal. They're going to need to have energy in the discard pile. They're going to need to find Switch, and they're also going to need to click the buttons in the right order. So that's an important thing. There's the energy in the discard pile, and they're going for a Dedenne here. So if they have Tapu Koko, now would be the time to play it down. Otherwise, they're going to need to go hunting. They need to find Quick Ball or Tapu Koko Prism, and also a Switch card. They can't find one or the other. If they find one or the other, then they will not be able to attack here. No, just going for a pass, so choosing not to Dedenne at all. And that top deck is very interesting. I feel like Roxy is the better card to play here. Because we could play down the Polteageist, or we could just discard both of these cards and get 6. I like that way better. Okay, so, disappointing. We got the triple acceleration energy. We probably would have been able... Can we Great Catcher again? I think we just Dedenne. We wanted to get that energy onto the active, but it's fine. It's not a problem. Look at that. We've found a ton of it anyway, so we can deal with this quite nicely. We can triple acceleration energy here. I kind of want to play down the U-turn board onto the Jirachi. I think that seems like the smart thing. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we're going to be dealing 100 damage. That's acceptable amounts of damage to be dealing onto this Raichu, and if they can't get out of the active, then we will be able to find an opportunity to get a few extra prizes here. It does look like, though, our opponent's gone, no, we're just going to attach energy. Oh, they didn't Dedenne because they had Switch. Oh, they had 2 Switches in their hand. Fair enough. So they weren't likely to get a Switch if they did Dedenne into the Koko there. So that's probably the reason why. Okay. It's fine. They're going to full blitz here. They can either full blitz to the Raichu, the Boltund, or the Pikarum. If they full blitz to the Raichu, it's fine, because we can knock that out. If they full blitz to the Boltund, it'll be annoying, but it's also fine. I think the worst full blitz for us here is actually to the active, because it'll force us to find 240 damage worth of energy. Yeah, okay, so that's what they're doing. We're fine here, though, because we can promote Jirachi. We've got the U-turn board on there. We've got a twin energy, so we can attack with Bunnelby. And that Polteageist off the top is actually not too bad. So we can Quick Ball, get rid of that Polteageist. There's an extra 20 damage there for us. We can grab Dedenne. We're going to need to play that down, which is a bit of a risk, but it'll be worth it if we get the knockout here. We got 3 Mad Parties in our hand, so I think we're going to research this hand away, because we're getting closer. We need to find 12 Mad Parties in the discard pile. And we have quite a few good cards in our hand, but none of them are going to be able to get us to that number, because we've got 10... I think it's sort of 3, 6, 4 is 10. We're only going to be able to do 200 damage here, which is really upsetting. What we might do, yeah, this Phione seems like a good play, because if we play the Phione, we at least guarantee ourselves a knockout here. They may be able to get themselves an attack off, but it's fine, because we'll get some prizes and push forward. We'll get our attacks off, because there's no point attacking twice for not a knockout. We may as well attack for knockouts. So Phione, they're going to promote the Boltund, which is fine, because we can get the knockout there. I think we play down the second Sinistea. We have the Familiar Bell. We can grab ourselves another Polteageist. I'll leave the research on the top just in case we get manied, and then retreat into Boltund. Take the prizes, and we're looking okay. We're looking okay. We still need 2 more attacks, but the issue that we have here is that our opponent could potentially gust out Dedenne and then full blitz, no, not full blitz, tag bolt, and take 2 knockouts. So we have left ourselves in a bit of a awkward position by doing that. But on the other hand, you know, we've still got all the pieces that we need. And if they don't get 4 prizes this turn, then all we need to do is go hunting for a reset stamp, and we should be fine. And to be fair, we could even go looking for that reset stamp even if they do get 4 knockouts. 4 prizes, sorry. What we don't want to see is we don't want to see a huge play here where they actually had a boss in hand there. They just discarded a boss. What we don't want to see is we don't want to see a Tapu Koko and an energy attachment. Because a Tapu Koko and an energy attachment for us is really bad. Get a reset stamp us to 4. Okay, that's disappointing. It also gets rid of the research off of the top for us, which is, again, upsetting. But this is fine. We've got Roxy and a couple of Bunnelby. So worst case scenario, we have ourselves a draw supporter for next turn. They're grabbing Tapu Koko here. They're going to attach an energy to Dedenne. That's bad. So now we are probably going to need to attack with Polteageist, I think. We can't afford to attack with Bunnelby because Dedenne can deal 50 damage to knock a Bunnelby out. So this is the direction that they're aiming for here. They also are 1 energy and an energy switch away from using that Raichu to knock out. So they're not going to get 3 prizes. This is big. They're not going to get 4 prizes, sorry. They're going to get 3 prizes. That means now they can find Gust, right? They can find Gust to win the game. But it's not a single knockout. They have to find the Gust to win. If they had have used Gust last turn, then we would have been forced to put ourselves in a position where we couldn't get knocked out, which is going to be tough. There's the Polteageist, which is really, really good. We now need energy. But we can Roxy here. We can get rid of our 2 Bunnelbys. I think that's fine. Is it? Or do we just get rid of 1? No, we get rid of 2. We're going to get rid of both. Get rid of our 2 Bunnelbys. We found another one. That's pretty good. We're pretty happy with that. I'm not going to discard this one with Polteageist. We're going to attach the triple acceleration. I will play the Bunnelby down. And then attach the U-turn board to Dedenne. I'm going to thin here. We'll get rid of this Jirachi. We don't need it anymore. I will also get rid of this second Jirachi, methinks. Because I can quick ball that away and grab something like Phione. Phione guarantees us the game next turn as long as we hold on to what we have. We can Dreamy Revelation here. Grab the Research, I think, because I want to be mightied into energy rather than a supporter. Because I just need to be able to attack next turn. We're going to go into the Polteageist. We're going to Mad Party, take the knockout. And now we need our opponent to miss Energy, Energy Switch, Gust. Concession. Beautiful. I can't believe we came back from that. That start was really bad. Into game 2, and we've managed to find Pikarom again. Okay, so we're just going to try and do the same thing as we did last time. We've got Bunnelby, we've got Sinistea. We should be okay. This is a much worse start for an opponent, Pikarom. So, looking good. We've got Sinistea. We've got Bunnelby, we can attach the energy, we can Great Ball, which I like. No Pokemon, that's disappointing. We can Research, get rid of the Dedenne and the Twin, and find a fresh hand of 7. And we could actually get a pretty solid hit off here if we find a switch. I'm going to Quick Ball away this Mr. Rime. Grab ourselves another Bunnelby. Actually, it might be worth just holding onto this. Because we've got the Twin Energy in hand, and I don't want to discard that. Plus, we have Roxy next turn. We can guarantee 3 cards off of that with Evo Incense. If they knock out the Sinistea, they knock out the Sinistea. They're not likely to be honest, with a Pikarom in the active. That Crushing Hammer's annoying. It's a good thing we held onto the energy, otherwise we would have been 3 twins down in the first, 2 seconds of this game. Tapu Koko and a energy switch from our opponent here means a full blitz into the active, which would put us in a very interesting position. We would obviously be able to attack next turn a little bit more easily, but I'm not too worried about it, to be honest. This game we might not be forced to put down all of our Dedennes as well, so we might be in a better position that way. Plus, they also have a ton more Tag Team GX Pokemon on the field, so we've got a lot more opportunities to take one-shots. Now, we do need to take this knockout this turn, if they attack. We don't have to... There's the energy switch. Wow, they got everything. Okay. So if they attach all of their energy to Pikarom here, we're in trouble. If they attach it all to Raichu, it's fine. Because I don't want them to be able to Tag Bolt and remove all my stuff from play. Okay, they've attached to Raichu, it seems fine. They could potentially double energy switch and attach, but I'm not worried about it. Let's promote a Bunnelby here. And what we can do is we can actually... Maybe we attach the Twin. Maybe instead of going for the Mr. Rime, we go for the Polteageist. Because then we've got access to a T-Break down the line, which I would much prefer. We could Great Catcher out the Pikarom that has no energy on it, but I'm happy to just DAA here. I'm going to try and find a hand full of Mad Partiers. Nice. We've got Research, and we've also got Polteageist as a potential option here. We've got 2 already. I'm just going to Research. We'll get rid of this hand. give us a ton of extras. And look at this, we've actually got a pretty solid look for the next couple of turns as well. We can Great Ball, grab the Dedenne, I think that's fine. And we can T-Break, get rid of the Dedenne, and then grab a couple of extra cards. It might actually be worth... We have a Sinistea. What we can do is we can use Familiar Bell to grab a Sinistea as well here, and that means that next turn we can have 2 T-Breaks if we want them. So I like that. I'm going to play the U-turn board down Sinistea, that's fine. And then we can Mad Party. I think we just Mad Party. We're not going to take a knockout, but we're going to get pretty close. Like, it's a solid hit, 140 for a single turn. And now, realistically, we only have to attack twice, right? We attack the Pikarom one more time, and then we attack the other tag team Pokemon of our choice and knock out from there. So, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. They may choose to full blitz here. They may gust the Dedenne. There's the boss, so they're going for the Dedenne, I presume. Yep, and I think they're just going to tag Bob. And so this is fine. 3 prizes for them. We're going to go down to 3 prizes this turn as well, because we're going to deal 140 guaranteed, which is going to take a knockout, so it's all good in this situation. What we can actually do as well, since we've got the double Polteageist, if we want to, we can actually just attack with the active, since we have the triple acceleration energy. So that feels pretty good. We'll put that up there. We might even play down the Oranguru. Now let's do some more thinning. Should grab this Mr. Rime, because I can draw more cards. I've only got 11 left, I should be careful. T-Break, we'll get rid of the Mr. Rime. U-turn board is fine. We'll put that down on the other Polteageist. We can play Great Ball, see what we find. Nothing. So in the 9 cards left, unless they're at the bottom, we have no more Pokemon left. We'll take the knockout on the Pikarom. 200 damage. Next turn, they're going to knock out Polteageist. So it'll be 220, and as long as we find 1 Mad Partier off of the prizes, we do in that Bunnelby, then we are set and ready to go. We've got an attacker on the bench, we've got a Dedenne to get rid of the Bunnelby, we can attach another energy. We just need to find ourselves a Gust, which should potentially win the game. Or if we get a second Polteageist, or a second Mad Partier in the discard pile, that would be good as well. Here comes the Crushing Hammer. This Crushing Hammer is popping up everywhere at the moment. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. I mean, I played it in my last video, so I should be disappointed in myself as well, frankly. But yeah, we're looking okay. Like, I think we're actually going to go on to win. We're going to go on to win this one. It's just a matter of whether or not we can get the knockout next turn or not. We're being Marnied here, which is unfortunate. I mean, our hand wasn't amazing, but it did have energy in it, which would have been nice to keep. So that's fine. We do have Research and Quick Ball and Great Catcher, which is really important. They're going to Tandem Shock. We're going to promote the Polteageist, I think. With the Great Catcher, we can potentially get the win for this game. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's 11 Mad Partiers in here. I'm going to Quick Ball. I'm going to grab the Bunnelby. And then we can Great Cat. We can actually just win. We don't even need to do anything else here. We can, we can Quick Ball again, but we've got all the stuff that we need. I think we just Great Catcher out the Pikarom, and we should have enough. I think we're gonna grab the Pikarom. I think it is as simple as just retreating into Bunnelby and attacking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Mad Party will do 240 damage. We'll take the knockout on the second Pikarom. We win the game. Look at that. Very impressive stuff. This deck's really, really good. Alrighty, let's see one more. Hopefully we can get ourselves a decent game. A Crobat start from our opponent doesn't seem great. And an attachment to it is also not amazing. So they're going to be playing a Colossal deck of some description. That's a bad start. We might be in with a shot here. Okay, let's have a think. I probably want to play this Sinistea down. I want to Evo Incense, probably to grab a Mr. Rime. Because there's 3 Polteageists left. We'll attach the U-turn board and then Dedenne. Draw a couple of cards here. We'll see what we can do. Let's see if we can get ourselves an attack off this turn. Nope. This is bad. This is real bad. Oh well, doesn't matter. If they attack us this turn, then the most they can do... Well, I mean, they can do 130, so they might knock out this Sinistea. They might choose to knock out a Dedenne, potentially. As long as one of the Polteageist survives, we have a chance, because we can get the triple... Oh, they're going to Mani us. Okay, so I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or a bad thing for us at the moment, because we had double Polteageist in hand, which is really good, and the triple acceleration energy to go with it. This is fine, though. This is fine, because we already have a Mr. Rime in the discard pile, so we can grab one with Familiar Bell, and we can Roxy Mr. Rime and Dedenne away. We can even bench the Jirachi if we want to. We just need to find those cards again. Looks like they are going to be going for an attack if they can get one. Just don't know if they've got the VMAX yet. The Rotom phone could find it. This Colossal deck's pretty good, by the way. If you haven't played with Colossal yet, then check out the video from 2 days ago. There'll be a little thing up the top if I remember to put it there. If I don't remember to put it there, write a comment and remind me to put it there, because I'll put it there at some point. Here comes the Oranguru. Do they have the VMAX or not? They've got a Jirachi. They've got a buff padding. They've not got the not got the VMAX at the moment. We know one of the top cards isn't a VMAX, so hopefully the second one isn't. It is not. Cool. Okay, so we've got a really decent shot here at having a good turn. We will Familiar Bell, like I said. We're going to grab ourselves Polteageist. We have one of those in the discard pile as well. We can go for the Great Ball. I'm going to grab a Dedenne there. That's actually the second Polteageist. I'll probably go for that. That seems pretty good. We can evolve. There's a part of me that's like, do I want to... Actually, let's T-break. Because I'm like, do I want to discard the Dedenne here, or do I want to draw a couple of extra cards? That's a really, really good top deck off the last two there. We can grab a Mr. Rime. Then we can play down the Polteageist. We can potentially discard the Rime, or we can go for a Great Ball. We are still guaranteed extra cards from the Roxy, which is good. We'll discard that. We've got Roxy and Bunnelby. We've got Great Ball. Grab the Dedenne off the Great Ball. This is really good. Okay, here we go. So, we now Roxy. We get rid of the Bunnelby and the Dedenne to be able to draw as many cards as possible whilst dealing as much damage as possible. Then we've got a Bunnelby. We can retreat into that Bunnelby, attach the twin energy to that Bunnelby, and attack, I think. I think that'll be enough. Jirachi is knocked out. 140 damage is perfectly acceptable. We will probably get knocked out next turn, but that's fine. I'm not too worried about it. Second U-turn board is good, because we've got the Jirachi in our hand. Yeah, we're looking pretty solid. Okay, we're getting Manied again. Disappointing, but not to be not unexpected, to say the very least. Next turn, we need to find Energy and Attacker, right? Oh, I found Research and Roxy, which is beautiful. Beautiful stuff. And we Crobatting. They haven't managed to find their VMAX yet. I'll probably be looking for that here. If they get the VMAX, we need to attack into it once or twice to knock it out. We're never going to be able to one-shot a Colossal VMAX. And we will then need to knock out a Crobat as well. So we want to deal as much damage as possible. It's just a matter of how we're going to go about doing that. Here comes a Quick Ball. They might be going for like a Dedenne here, maybe. They've not had a lot of luck finding Colossal VMAX, which is... It's a bit disappointing. Grabbing another Colossal V, so maybe they have the Dedenne in hand already. No, they don't. Okay, so do they just not have the V? Do they just not have the VMAX? There it is. They do have it. Okay, so they will be able to get a knockout here. Eruption Shot, regardless of whether they have an energy as a knockout. They actually do have one as well, so that's really, really powerful for them. Well, this is quite frightening, but we've got a perfect chance to deal with it. It's not a big problem. We can Great Ball here. I like that. We can grab the Dedenne, which I also like. This means that we get a free, easy discard with T-Break. Because we still have the two Pokemon in hand to be able to Roxy. We found Triple Acceleration and Great Ball as well. That's really good. Let's grab the Oranguru here. I can play that one down. Let's put the Roxy on top. Actually, let's just research, because we're gonna be fine, right? We can just Roxy next time. Let's research. We'll grab ourselves a fresh hand of 7. Roxy in hand is obviously good. We can T-Break again if we want to. We've got Evo Incense, which we can play. Put that one down, grab ourselves a Mr. Rime, and then use Polteageist's Mad Party on the bench to... T-Break, sorry, on the bench to get rid of that. So we're looking pretty solid. We've got 1, 2, there's like 5, that's plenty. That's alright, doesn't matter, we're not going to one-shot it anyway. Let's just hit into this thing, see how much we do. 200. That's a pretty solid number. And that means we are definitely two-shotting this Colossal. So if they want to attack into us here, they need to discard an energy off the top of the deck to get the knockout, because we've got 60 HP and we are also resistant to fighting, which is important to know. If they do have the energy, great. They're actually discarding Mallow and Lana there. It's an interesting call. I guess because they need the energy, they have to get rid of it, and if they play the Mallow and Lana to heal, then they've got nothing to work with. So, fair enough. Now that I've talked myself into that play, it makes a lot more sense. They're going to attach to the bench and then Eruption Shot and get the energy as well. So, they do take a knockout. We still have an extra attacker, and we are going to be taking 3 prizes this turn. So, it's looking good. It is looking good. We can put the Bunnelby on the bench because we will need that. We can attach the U-turn boards. We've got a couple of U-turn boards to attach. Might as well attach to the active. Let's put the triple Excel on the active as well. Then I think... Let's Primate Wisdom the twin to the top. That makes a lot of sense to me. That Phione's really good as well. We can play that down. And then I think we just want to, like, research. Because we're doing it... Well, actually, we can just hold this hand, right? Because the Phione actually allows us to win the game. Let me explain why in just a second. I'm going too fast for myself at the moment, so I just need to take a breath and figure it out. Okay, so having the Phione on the field means that if they don't play down another Colossal VMAX next turn, which it's impossible for them to do, then any Pokemon that they have in the field of play, we can knock out. I put the Twin Energy on top just in case this happened, right? We're getting Manied, so we're definitely drawing the energy. We now have guaranteed game unless they reset stamp us or play down a Pokemon that has more than 240 HP. And at this point in the game, I don't think that is possible. Like, if they put down a tag team that has more than 240 HP at this point, no problems. We don't care about that energy. Oh, actually, no, we do still need to... This is... Okay, so it's not... The game is not guaranteed. We can win the game if we find boss. But I just realized there are also Orangurus on the bench. So, disregard everything that I was saying before. Let's grab the Dedenne. Great catcher, not going to be very useful to us in this one. Let's attach the Twin. Let's attach the U-turn board. Let's play the Stamp. Stamp him to 3. And then we can Dedenne. We're looking for boss. Let's find a boss. Here we go. No dice. Let's get rid of this stadium. We don't want them doing anything like that. I think it is still worth using the Phione here. Like, I mean, we'll try and find the boss at the top. We don't get it. I think it's still worth using the Phione here. We've got the extra Bunnelby, which is good. There's one boss in the deck, so and Twin Energies are fine. Okay, so we're going to play this down. Then I'm going to use Professor's Research to draw 7 of my 8 cards remaining in deck. This is a bold play, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off. Then I will use Phione. They will bring out a Oranguru, guaranteed, because if they don't, they lose the game. Alright, this gives me 2 cards left in deck. I just need to put myself in a position where I'm likely to draw into Energy and Boss next turn. Because they can't win the game. They can't take 3 prizes. So let's Quick Ball, we'll get rid of the Great Catcher. We can grab the Phione out. We have 1 card left. We have 5 cards in hand. If they Mani us, we have a 2 in 7 chance, I think it is. Yeah, 2 in 7 chance of finding the energy to win the game. Okay, it's worked out. I probably could have quick balled away something else as well, because I didn't factor in the extra card that I was getting off of the prizes, but we should be guaranteed the win here, even if our opponent does Mani us. So this is something that's really interesting about, I'm not going to say top tier play, but like when you think about competitive Pokemon really like in real detail. Sure, we didn't win the game that last turn by knocking out the Oranguru, but we gave ourselves the opportunity to win. And there's well played. Our opponent knows there's not much more that they can do. They're going to research here. They know that I can Phione and force them to bring out something that I can knock out. As long as I find energy, then I'll be fine. If they Mani, which they can't because they've played research. But if they were to have Manied, then we would have been able to potentially find the energy pretty easily. We still have Oranguru to look through cards. We would have had Professor's Research in the deck as well. So we were going to win that game, no worries. That's pretty... 3 solid wins for Mad Party there. So there you have it. I can finally go and get my button-up shirt off after that. Just realised that I didn't get changed properly after work, and so I'm wearing a collared shirt, which makes me look very professional talking about Pokemon cards. Mad Party's sick. It's great fun. I would definitely recommend it, especially if you're looking for, not a budget deck, but a deck that's slightly more budget than some of the big cards in the format. And it's a lot of fun being able to draw through your deck so easily, and to deal such big damage with one prize attackers is always really, really good. So thank you very much for coming along. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. We might not be back tomorrow, might see you the day after, depends on how I'm feeling, but regardless, I know you'll be there. I know you'll enjoy it. Thank you everyone for coming along. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me how silly I look in a collared shirt. And then, yeah, we'll see you next time for more from the Sableyes. Bye.